I once felt I'm done with the defense. Drove back and climbed over your fence. Had to show you that I was a man.
Hey guys, it's Jennifer here. Thanks for clicking on this video. This is my weekly weigh-in update video, and then I also just wanted to give some tips on starting a weight loss program because I know that we're coming up on the first of the year and a lot of people are looking to get into a new weight loss program. So if you are new here to my channel, I am 45 years old. I have been doing Weight Watchers, or WW as it is called now, since September of 2019, and I have lost a total of 64 pounds, but I did have a gain this week because my weigh-in is the day after Christmas, so we'll talk about that here in just a minute. But overall, I've been losing about a pound a week on the plan and have been very happy with that. But if you are new here, please go ahead and click that subscribe button down below. I would love to have you join this community and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any time that I upload. I typically upload 3 times per week. I do kind of grocery hauls, and sometimes I throw in other hauls in there as well, meal prep videos and weekly weigh-ins, and then I usually have a topic to follow with that. So that's what this video is my weekly weigh-in, and then just some tips for people who want to start a new weight loss program, whatever that may be, and it doesn't have to be WW. So let's just get into the weigh-in part because I'm sure that's what most of y'all want to see. I have to open my app because I can't remember. I think I gained, so I gained 2.4 pounds this week, which I was not surprised at all because I pretty much ate what I wanted on Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday is my weigh-in day. So yeah, I weighed in at, let's see here. Yeah, I weighed 150.4, and last Saturday I weighed in at 148. So hopefully I can get back into things this week. I've already started that. Today I have followed the program and done my meal prep and stuff like that. So I am prepared for the week and ready to get back to normal, just having a few days off work and kind of being out of my routine, and then my daughter and her family and everybody moving in and stuff. So Thursday and Friday was just kind of a free-for-all. I pretty much ate whatever I wanted. I didn't go too crazy, but you know, again, my body, it just kind of balloons up easily. It's like I'll just swell up just from eating just the slightest amount of things that's outside my normal. So anyway, so that's my weigh-in update. So we will just wait and see how next week turns out. But New Year's Day is my birthday, by the way, and I will be 46. And I really don't want like a birthday cake or anything. What I want is the sugar-free cake mix. I don't know if y'all have ever made that before or not. The sugar-free cake mix with the Diet Coke or Diet Dr. Pepper. I like to use the Diet Dr. Pepper in it and make, you know, cupcakes out of it. And then just use some of the Reese's Ready Whip, or like the coconut Ready Whip or fat-free Ready Whip. Any of them are good on top of it, and it's just like having a piece of cake. It's very moist and delicious, and we all love it. So that's what I want for my birthday cake. I don't want any kind of sugary cake. I don't want to start the new year off on the wrong foot, you know what I'm saying, with some sugar. So anyway, enough about the weigh-in. So what I wanted to really talk about today was tips for starting a weight loss program. And I did write down a few tips just so that I could remember and kind of keep my mind straight. Plus, I'm going to show you some of my favorite things. And that's what I wanted to originally do, was kind of my top WW favorite things. But most of those videos, if y'all watch those, show kind of snacky kind of foods, you know, different popcorns, different bars, and this, that, and the other. And I just really stay away from those foods. I just have not had good luck with eating any kind of, I don't know, like snacky kind of foods. It just almost makes you hungrier. So I'll kind of talk about what I eat throughout the days. And then, of course, I have my meal preps, so I meal prep my dinners. And I know y'all see those, but anyway, so I guess really what I just want to talk about are things that you need to start any type of weight loss program, not just Weight Watchers. It can be keto, it can be low carb, it can be paleo, it can be whole foods, it can be just counting calories, counting macros, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. I think that these things are all a necessity, and I do have just a few little favorite Weight Watchers things that I'm going to throw in there. They're not really Weight Watchers things, but they are, you know, lower in points and kind of snacks that I do have. So I think that the number one thing for starting a new program is having the right mindset. And I say that because I really have struggled on and off with anxiety and depression, and I've talked about that a lot before in past videos. And I've had weight loss surgery before in the past and gained a lot of weight back just because I was in a depressed state pretty much from 2016 until really 2019. It was just kind of a dark period for me, and I finally started to come out of it and then realized that I had put on, I don't know, 60 pounds, I think, is about what I had gained. I'm lower now in weight than what I was maintaining after my weight loss surgery. I was maintaining right around 155, but I'm trying to get down to about 140. So, you know, I really had to work on my mind. I had to work on myself. I had to really think hard about what I wanted to do, what I felt would be sustainable for my lifestyle, and even sustainable for my husband's lifestyle and stuff like that. And that's kind of how our whole little meal prep thing came about, was because I decided to join WW. And when I decided to do that, my husband has never been on a diet in his life, and he'll never have to be on one. He's never had a weight issue. He can eat Pop-Tarts all day long and lose weight. So, yeah, he does not have to worry. But he does eat my dinners that I cook, because it's just kind of become our little lifestyle. We'll make 6 meals. That's our dinners Sunday night through Friday night. And then we both just take whatever we want for lunch. I typically do a turkey sandwich with fruit as a side, and he takes a sandwich and chips and cookies or whatever, and he has Pop-Tarts for breakfast. I mean, he eats junk throughout the day, but then we will have the same dinner. But anyway, back to talking about mindset. I don't want to get off of that too quickly, because I do think that it is important to know what you want to do, how it will fit in with your lifestyle, with not only you, but with your family as well, how you can work it in, knowing that it is a lifestyle change. And I think that's one thing that I have realized is it's not a linear journey. You're not just suddenly going to drop all this weight and it's just going to magically stay off. You have to know that you have to do this forever. So you need to choose something that you can do forever. Obviously, once you meet your goal, then you will kind of play around with your calories or whatever until you can kind of get to a maintenance phase and learn how to maintain. But still, it will be, you know, kind of doing the same thing, if that makes sense, with just a few more calories added to kind of keep you in that maintenance. And I think that's one thing that I've seen in a lot of my friends and family and stuff. If they don't get those immediate results, they are just ready to jump off the wagon. And my battery's gonna die. Hang on one second. Okay guys, I'm back. Quick battery change. But anyway, you have to have the mindset or understand that it is going to take time. It is going to be a slow process. And in fact, this time around, I chose to lose weight as slowly as I possibly could. And I know that may sound weird to some people, because you typically want to lose it as fast as possible. But I wanted to lose it as slowly as possible so that I could keep my calories up and figure out, you know, how to eat as much as I could possibly eat and still lose half a pound to a pound a week, to kind of keep my metabolism up, so that whenever I do have a cheat meal, which I do every week, every Saturday I do have one cheat meal, not a cheat day, I have a cheat meal. Saturday night we'll just kind of go out to eat and do whatever we want, because we are really diligent and consistent with our food throughout the week with our dinners. Well, I'm diligent with all of my meals, but you know, my husband and I both look forward to going out to eat on Saturday nights. But just understand that it is a slow process, and that's actually better for you, I think. Again, I am not a doctor. You probably want to consult your physician before you choose whatever type of diet that you want to go on. And I don't really care if it's Weight Watchers or whatever it is. Just, you know, have that right mindset. Choose something that's sustainable for you. Choose something that you know that you can do long term, and that you're okay with kind of the ebbs and flows, because the weight, it is not linear. It goes up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. If I think about it, whenever I'm editing this, I may try to put a screenshot of kind of my weight loss, and you'll just kind of see where it's kind of, if I can get a good screenshot, I might try to insert that right here. But anyway, moving on to number 2, was really what diet do you want to follow? And I've already kind of touched base on that. I don't think that everybody needs to do WW. You can do WW, you can do I-track bites, keto, paleo. The whole point is to be in a caloric deficit. Regardless of whichever diet it is, you are only going to lose weight if you are in a caloric deficit. That means that you are burning more calories than you are consuming. So sometimes you have to figure out kind of where your maintenance level is at, and then drop your calories, 100 to 150 calories or something, or your macros a little bit. A lot of people like to work with a trainer or somebody that will set their macros for them. I think that's a good plan. I've done that before. I've worked with an online trainer, have thought about going back to macro counting, especially kind of once I meet my weight loss, which I know may sound kind of crazy, but really just if I wanted to, really develop my body in a more athletic way, I guess. Just pick whatever diet that will work best for you. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as you can work it into your lifestyle. Don't make it too difficult. That was my next tip. A lot of people make it really difficult. It doesn't have to be difficult. Choose something simple. Choose something that you can do. Another thing that I think is important is a workout routine of some sort. So when I first started doing WW, at first I didn't work out. I just was following the points and was slowly losing a little bit of weight, which I have a treadmill. And so I decided to start walking on the treadmill at a certain point. I don't know, I was like a month in maybe. And I just started walking kind of slowly for 30 minutes. And that was my workout. And I felt like I was really doing something. And so I kind of lost weight from September up until about March or so of 2020. And then from March until June or July, I stayed in like the 170s. I didn't really drop any weight. It just kept going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And it slowly went down, but I mean real slowly. And I was just kind of stalled, and kind of in that decade for so long. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get out of this. What am I doing? And so there was somebody else that I watch on I really just kind of follow their Instagram, but they had suggested that you need to walk for at least 1 hour a day, that your body really doesn't get into that fat burning phase until you've been walking for at least 30 minutes, and that's at a brisk pace, and that brisk pace will be different for different people. I'm a short person. A brisk pace for me is around 3.8 to 3.9 miles per hour, and that's pretty brisk because I have pretty short legs, but I have worked my way up to that. I did not start at that. Again, I started walking around 3 miles per hour for 30 minutes. I did that forever, and then I slowly increased until I got up to that hour, and then I've increased. My treadmill will only incline 10%, so I've been at that 10% incline forever, and I start walking at like 3.5, but before I even get up to 5 minutes, I've already increased up to 3.8. I just kind of slowly go up to that 3.8 miles per hour, and then I kind of stay there for the majority of it. That last 20 minutes I'll do 3.9, and then like the last 5 minutes I'll hit 4.0. That's almost running for me because my legs are short. But again, I did work up to that. Now I have also worked on other things along with that. I am doing I wanted to do a 5-minute plank, which I have met that goal, and now I'm doing a 5.5 minute plank. Well, really it's 5 minutes and 35 seconds. Every week I've just been adding 5 seconds, and then I do that for the whole week. So I've been working on that for a long time. I do 100 I do 100 crunches, and I do 100 lower leg lifts, kind of lower crunches, and I do 75 push-ups every day. And then I've started adding in burpees because of Daniela, which I don't know if any of y'all follow her. Her Instagram handle is Self Love Fit, but she is a great person to follow and very motivating, and she's been doing 100 burpees, and I said I was going to work my way up to 100 burpees. So I've been doing that for the past 5 weeks. I think tomorrow, Monday, I'll have to start on 60 burpees. I think I'll be doing 60. I'll have to look back and see what my workout was last week. I haven't worked out since the 23rd of December, so I did not work out Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. I typically always work out Monday through Friday. I get up at 3:30 a.m. So if you don't have enough time, I always tell people get out of bed earlier. And I am sleep deprived during the week. for the most part, but that is okay. I do kind of catch up on the weekends. I like to take my naps, but I get up at 3:30. I drink my coffee. I read my Bible every morning. I have a daily Bible. That was another goal of mine this year, and I am going to have read the whole Bible since January the 1st. I am almost done. It's one of those that just has it broken out for you, so I'm excited to complete that this week. And then I will just start it back over on January the 1st and read it again. But anyway, every morning I do sit down for a few minutes. I have my coffee. By the time that I make it upstairs to the treadmill, it's probably about 4:10, somewhere in that range. And then my workout pretty much takes me about an hour and a half, because I do spend 1 full hour on the treadmill, and then I do all of those other core activities, and then I just kind of have kept building on that as well. But again, don't make working out too difficult. Just start with a slow walk if that's all that you can do. If you don't have a treadmill, walk around your neighborhood. I think that everybody should have a treadmill in their home, because then you don't have to worry about what the weather is doing or anything like that. I found mine on Facebook Marketplace. I think it was $150. And I've had 2 or 3 treadmills over the years, because sometimes we've moved and I've sold it or whatever. But I do want to get a newer treadmill, one with more of an incline, because I feel like I've kind of maxed out on this treadmill. It won't incline anymore. I can only walk so fast. I am not a runner. I do not want to run. I just want to continue to walk at that brisk pace, but I wish that I could incline my treadmill more, but it will only go up 10%. I guess that's all of my tips, really, and so I was just going to show you some of my favorite things that I think are necessities. And so one thing that I think is a necessity is to have a scale to weigh yourself on. And this is the scale that I use, and I ordered it on Amazon recently, and I will link it down below. It is Renpho is the brand, and of course it has an app linked to your phone, so I weigh myself every morning on this app. Now, I only put my weight in on my Weight Watchers app once a week on Saturday, which is my weigh-in day, but I have the data from that app from weigh-in every day, and you can kind of see, like, I know if I eat a big meal the next day, or maybe even the day after that, I'm going to go up a pound or 2, and then it will kind of come back down, so I can kind of keep track of my weight. I think that weighing yourself every day is the right thing to do. Again, that's just my opinion. Some people are afraid of the scale. I'm an accountant, and so I just kind of look at the numbers as data. It just kind of gives me something to look back on, and I can just kind of see that flow. But overall, that trend since September of 2019, since I started WW, has went down, and that's kind of cool to look at. I did not have this scale when I first started WW. I didn't get the scale until, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago. I really wish that I had invested in it, because it was only like $30 or something like that. It's not expensive, and it's great. I just open the app on my phone every morning. I get up, I go to the bathroom, the first thing I do is step on the scale, and so I keep track of my weight daily. And then another scale that I think that everybody should have is a food scale, and here is my food scale. Now, this one I don't think that I can link down below. This is one I ordered on Amazon years ago. Again, I've been on a diet pretty much my whole life. I actually love this scale. It's by Smartway. I tried to find it to send to one of my friends, because they wanted to know what kitchen scale that I used, and I don't think that they make it anymore, or at least it's not sold on Amazon. So the reason that I think that a food scale is very important is because most people overestimate. If you take peanut butter, for instance, it will really hurt your feelings. If you think that you can take out 2 huge tablespoons of peanut butter and that's a serving, you're completely wrong. You should measure it out in grams by what it says is a serving of peanut butter. My cats are messing with my stuff here. Measure it out and see. It's really only about 1, not even full tablespoon is a serving of peanut butter. So that's a way that a lot of people can hinder their weight loss, when they're saying, oh, well, I'm, following it. But really, if you're not 100% measuring stuff, especially higher fat, higher calorie dense foods like that, that can really hinder your weight loss. So I do think that a food scale is important. I'm so used to my scale, I wouldn't know how to work in my kitchen without one. When that one breaks, I'm going to have to buy another one, because we weigh everything. It's just second nature to me. Most things, I don't even look to see if it's like 2 tablespoons or whatever. I just look at the grams, I pop it on the scale, and I weigh it out in grams. So it's so simple. And as you do that, you get used to that over time. So yeah, a food foods go, I think is extremely important. And then a couple of my favorite things that I like to use on Weight Watchers. One is a Premier protein shake, and I specifically like this caramel one. I don't know if you can see that. The light is so bright. But this is the Caramel Premier Protein Shake. It is 2 points on the, I think probably all of the WW plans, but definitely on the blue plan. And what I like to do with this, I take this in the mornings with me to work as kind of my morning snack, and I will sip on it. I put it over ice, and then fill the rest of it. I got a big cup, one of those big reduce mugs with a handle, and I fill the rest of it up with coffee, cold coffee. A lot of people like to get 2 shots of espresso over ice. I know y'all have all seen that, and we just don't go to Starbucks and stuff like that, and I don't have an espresso machine. So what I like to do is I will brew a pot of coffee on the weekends, and I have it in a pitcher in the refrigerator to where it's cold so it won't melt my ice. And then I just make my coffee and take it with me to work, and so that is my morning snack. Every morning for breakfast I have the same thing. It's 2 eggs with 150 grams of egg whites. I saute some diced peppers and scramble that up with 2 slices of regular Oscar Mayer bacon. I have that breakfast every day. So I really kind of stick to protein for most of the morning and don't really add in the carbs until about lunchtime. For lunch, almost every day at work, I have a sandwich, which I get the Boar's Head oven roasted gold turkey breast from the deli. It is 0 points. I put a tomato in there, some lettuce, some mustard, and I use one of the Arnold's multi-grain rolls. That is 4 points, but that's the only points that count in my lunch. Everything else is 0 points. For my sides, I do fruit. I like to do pineapple, cantaloupe, and blueberries, and then I dip it in the non-fat Greek yogurt. And so that is pretty much my lunch every day. On the weekends, I will make my 4-point pizza, which I have several videos showing that, and I have shared that recipe several times on my Instagram as well. If y'all want that recipe, let me know. I'll try to see if I can remember to link a video down below that has the recipe for the pizza in there. It's delicious. My husband makes those pizzas on the weekends. And then another lunch that I like to have is the blackened chicken tenders from Tyson's. And I know those are hard to find. Target is the only place here in my hometown that sells them, and they are always sold out. So if I find them, I will get 3 or 4 bags. And I will do sometimes the Felicia combo, which if you're a Weight Watchers person, you know what that is. It's cottage cheese, some shredded cheese, and the blackened chicken tenders. And that is a very filling, high protein meal. And sometimes I will put them in a wrap and eat it with my fruit. So it just depends. But I pretty much have my fruit with every lunch that I have, regardless of whether or not it's the chicken tenders, the pizza, or the sandwich. And then for my afternoon snack, another favorite of mine is just the Fiber One Brownie. And I just prefer the chocolate one, and I can get a big box of these at Sam's Club. These are 2 points, and so every afternoon, my afternoon snack is a banana with a Fiber One Brownie. And that's probably about the most of the processed foods that I eat, or snacky kind of foods. Everything else is fruits and vegetables, meats, whole foods. I really don't eat out. I never eat out at fast food restaurants. Partially, I think it's kind of gross. I know that a lot of y'all probably eat at fast food restaurants, but there's just something about it. I just feel like it's putting gross trash into my body, and I've kind of worked my butt off at this point, and I just feel like I'm worth more than that. So I just feel better preparing my own foods. And that was probably my last tip, is to make sure that you have groceries in your house. Come up with a schedule, come up with a plan. Now, I am on a definite schedule, especially since I've started doing YouTube. I always make sure I get my groceries on Saturdays. I film my grocery haul, so I plan out what I'm going to have for my dinners for the week. On Sundays, I meal prep those dinners, and then we have them for the whole week. You don't have to make it that strict, I guess. It's not difficult at all. Actually, it's easier. Once you kind of get into a routine and you find something that works for you, it's easier. But just make sure that you at least have your groceries. Make sure that you at least plan out what you want to eat. I'm the type of person, I can literally eat the same thing every day and be perfectly happy with it. And my body seems to do better if I'm consistent with my foods. See, I got out of whack the past 3 or 4 days because of the holidays, and then my weight's up a little bit, which is okay. I expected it. But, you know, once I go back to eating my consistent foods, I hopefully will go back down. But some people like to eat something different every day, and so meal prepping may not be for you. You may have time to cook every night. I don't personally like to take that time. It's easier on my husband and myself. We just come home, we have our meals, we alternate. I pick 2 meals, and so every other night we'll have a different meal, and we've just kind of gotten into that habit, and that's what works for us. But anyway, have your groceries at home, be prepared, have the foods that make you happy so that you are not tempted by what anyone else has. And I guess I will stop right there. Oh, I did have one more favorite. And this is Grape Crystal Light. And the reason that I wanted to put this in as a favorite is because I literally cannot live without this stuff. This is how I get my water in, and I do not drink sodas. For one thing, after you have weight loss surgery, you're not supposed to drink any kind of carbonated beverages. So back when I had my surgery, which was in 2012, I started drinking Crystal Light, and then I ended up with this grape one specifically because it does have caffeine in it. So it kind of replaced my Diet Coke that I would have in the afternoons. So I do have Crystal Light in most of my water throughout the day. Now when I'm working out and stuff in the mornings, I will drink plain water, and then sometimes I'll make lemon water and take with me. This time of the year, it's hard for me to want to take that ice cold lemon water to work. It's just, I don't know, it's just almost too cold for that. But in the summertime, I really love to drink nice cold water over ice with fresh lemon in it, or just the lemon juice that you can buy in the bottles. So anyway, hopefully that helps some of y'all. If you have any questions, please ask me down in the comments. I love to interact with everybody. I love all you. I appreciate you for supporting me. Again, if you are new to my channel, if this is your first time to see my face, click that subscribe button down below. I'm happy to have you here. And, you know, I do want to put that disclaimer out there. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a fitness professional. I'm not a registered dietitian. I'm just somebody that's pretty much been on a diet their whole life since I was about 8 years old or so. To be honest, I have been on every diet possible and done everything, and I've just kind of figured out, you know, it is true. Everybody says, what is the secret? The secret is to eat less and exercise more. And I guess I'm going to end right there, because I think that's all that anybody needs to know. You just need to figure out how you want to do it, how you want to work it into your lifestyle. But I love you guys. I will see y'all in the next video. Thank you so much.
So you were shrugging your shoulders and closed off. That's what I told you. Soon enough